The girl is accidentally pushed off a cliff by her own father. She dies on the spot. The very next second, she struggles to her feet. She walks toward her stunned friend, and calmly says, It turns out Limi secretly took a resurrection drug developed by a boy named John. At first, Limi didn't even know the drug had worked. She only wanted to use the toxic plants in it to escape her father's twisted control. But after one night passed, Limi still woke up in that same familiar house. With no other choice, she pretended to be obedient. Even so, her father still forbade her from stepping outside the house. Just as Limi was about to give in, she overheard a conversation between her father and the butler. Her father had already investigated the boy she snuck out to see. Worse, he ordered the butler to make sure the boy died soon. Limi immediately realized John was in danger. She ran away from home again. This time, she headed for the castle where she first met John. Meanwhile, John discovered that the cat he used for his resurrection experiment had come back to life. But the revived cat was completely different. It bounced off the walls, ignored commands, and acted wildly out of control. Unsure whether the zombie cat could hurt anyone, John followed it the whole way. After crawling through a dark, narrow pipe, he realized he had arrived at his secret lab. There, John met Limi, who came limping toward him. But before either of them noticed, Limi's father and the butler were already behind them. When her father tried to drag Limi back by force, she fought back. She could no longer accept his excuse of documenting her growth, while secretly taking intimate photos of her himself. No matter how much Limi begged, her father refused to stop. He grabbed her and tried to haul her away, because the cat had also taken the resurrection drug. It sensed Limi was in danger. It leaped up from the foot of the mountain, step by step, closing in on the man who was a severe germaphobe, and terrified of cats. Limi instantly recognized the cat as John's. She realized his resurrection drug actually worked. At that moment, her father raised a stick and swung at the cat. In a desperate attempt to stop him, Limi stepped in. Instead, she was shoved straight into the abyss. John witnessed everything. Even though he had successfully created a resurrection drug, the sudden scene still terrified him. But Limi had taken the drug in advance. She resurrected on the spot. This impossible return from death completely shattered her father's mind. Limi looked at him and said, John took Limi home, and stitched up her wounds himself. She slowly adapted to her new life as a zombie. At last, she broke free from her father's control, and felt a kind of freedom she had never known. She joked with John about being a zombie, and for the first time, she began to imagine going on normal dates with him, just like an ordinary girl.